the pine nuts out of this pesto recipe because I put them in the chicken salad. Of course, you could just put the pine nuts in here and skip everything, but I like a smoother cream cheese filling because I prefer to pipe the top layer when I'm assembling this torte. Okay, now let's give the cream cheese a little taste. Cream cheese itself has a decent amount of salt. Between that and parmesan, I don't need to add any more. So we'll add a touch more pepper. Okay, so pesto cream cheese, chicken salad, and egg salad ready to go. Should make myself a little space. You don't mind if I take a second and tidy up, do you? Now to assemble. And just like making a cake, you need the right pan. I do find a springform pan with a latch works best to take the torte out once it's had a chance to set. Now, if you've ever seen a charlotte before, a charlotte has lady fingers on the outside and then a mousse or fruit filling on the inside. So using sandwich bread in the place of lady fingers to kind of frame the torte, and then we're going to stack the filling with bread layers in between. So what I did is I took 2 loaves of bread, whole wheat and white, just good old sandwich bread, cut the crusts off, and then I cut each portion of bread in half lengthwise. So I have bread lady fingers. Now, what you want to do is I've lined my pan with parchment paper so that it's easy to remove the cake, but of course it's not going into the oven, but it just keeps it from sticking. And I create a loose little frame here with my bread slices, and you can kind of squish them about as you wish. But now, this is always the tricky part, whether you're making a charlotte or the sandwich torte, is layering, and I'm alternating white and whole wheat in terms of the bread to go around the outside. The first few might be a little bit wobbly as you're assembling, but it will fall into place. Now I can kind of push these off to the side to stay in place. Hey, there's a reason we buy this squishy bread. Squish it to get it to stay in place. There. And I've got room for a little more bread, and you want to, if you've got any gaps in the bottom, you can just fill them in. But, of course, the fillings are set and completely cooked, so nothing will really ooze through the bottom layer. Okay, I like to put the chicken salad at the base because it's the heaviest of the 3 fillings. So the full recipe goes in.
If you are sleeping in a position like this, you are wrecking your body and your breathing. Chronic neck pain happens when your cervical...
And spread and level it. So you see what I mean about all the work goes in ahead of time. Making your sandwich fillings, making your layers. And this step in the process, the actual assembly, doesn't take that long. All right, now for another layer of bread, alternating your white and whole wheat. Work your way around. Really squishing the bread into place. It doesn't have to have any particular fancy pattern because you really won't pick up on it when you slice into it. Okay, now for the egg salad layer. Same idea, right on top. And you will see it does fill up the pan. This is why instead of putting a layer of bread, the cream cheese, and another layer of bread, I'm going to finish by covering this and then pipe the cream cheese on top. So one more layer of bread on top, and it kind of meets. Oh, let's go whole wheat. It meets the ladyfinger bread at the top. If I wanted to finish this cake with a bread layer on top and just leave it as is, I would probably take the time to cut some nice pieces of bread, either circles and overlap them, or triangles to fan them in so they fit. But we're gonna finish this torte with the cream cheese piped on top. So I've got a piping bag fit with a large star tip. And you've seen me pipe countless cakes, but never with the pesto cream cheese. But the technique is still the same. I'm gonna go for nice rosettes all the way around. And then keep going to cover the entire surface of the cake. All right, and we're almost done. If you're garnishing the top of the torte, because this could just go in the fridge like that, if you want to garnish it, I do actually recommend waiting until closer to when you want to serve the cake. If you're making the cake a day ahead, you can do your garnishes the same day, and they'll stay nice. Because I'm just relying on, this is where I'm pulling out the cucumber slices, and I've just cut, making a little notch in them. And then I've taken some cherry tomatoes and cut them in half. Just for a little bit of color. A couple more cucumber slices for height. And now this is ready to go in the fridge. You want to give it a good 2 to 4 hours to chill. So that's why if you are planning an afternoon tea, if it's a shower or a nice outside party, all the work's done ahead of time and you know you've got a stunning cake. All right, let me pop this in the fridge to set.
This is why you shouldn't buy just one Mazzotto knife. If you only buy one, you're just...
And there you have it. The gorgeous sandwich torte, all the work done ahead of time, so you can just bask in the glory as your friends and family just say, oh my gosh, what a great idea. How did you put that together? and you can take full credit. Believe me, I love sharing my recipes with you. It makes me so happy when I see your comments that you've made a recipe and you share your successes. And even if you have some troubles to figure out, we figure it out together, don't we? So I'm so thrilled to be moving into this cook-along series so we can guide you through just even more delicious recipes. Enough talking, I need to cut into the cake. Look at those gorgeous layers. Let me get a piece of cucumber and a tomato to put on top, just to finish the look. Oh yeah. So to recap, you've got the chicken salad with the sun-dried tomato and pine nuts, you've got the egg salad with the green olives, the pesto cream cheese, all in one giant sandwich torte that cuts into lovely pieces. I hope you'll give this recipe a try. Stay with me. I will be alternating my bake-along and cook-along episodes, so you can still count on lots of my delicious baking recipes, but now I can share the way I love to cook at home. I have so many recipes to share with you. I can't wait to come back. I'll see you again soon. But meanwhile, it's time for a bite of this tea sandwich torte. I forgot to put on a pot of tea. Tastes exactly like tea sandwiches. Thank you for joining me, everyone. I'll see you again soon.